Hi, Ben and John. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, Alexis. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. So we are talking about the Men Loving Men Retreat, which is coming up in January. This has been held for many years. And John, I think you've been there since the inception, and Ben, you lead it as well. Could you just tell us a little bit about this retreat and your experience of it?
It's interesting. Men Loving Men, on one level, I think is a really important offering in the Shalom calendar, because it provides a really safe, sacred space for gay, bi, trans, and questioning men to have a space to do very, very deep work. And certainly the one thing that always stands out when I work with gay men, say in private therapy, is they say, I very rarely meet men where I can be really honest and authentic. And this retreat is the place where you can come and really be honest, authentic, and meet other queer men who are in the same place. And it's a level of intimacy and authenticity that many people don't experience in their lives. So that alone, I think, is a really, really important and powerful piece of what this retreat offers. What would you add, Ben, in terms of the importance of this offering?
From my own very personal experience, I was at the first Men Loving Men retreat. I participated, and I've been to most of them since. And now, joining on with you to help facilitate this has been a really important and special place in my life, because my experience of being in this world as a gay man is that we don't have a lot of opportunities to form brotherhood and community with other gay men. I mean, we've reached this fabulous place of liberation where we can do many of the things that those before us didn't have the freedom to do. But we're still, I think in a lot of ways, we're still finding that the ways that community and brotherhood and deep friendships are formed. And so I feel that this Men Loving Men retreat is like the one thing in my life that has been the biggest generator of those types of relationships. I mean, the people that I've met, we've gone on trips around the world, and now I live a couple blocks away from four of them here in Manhattan, because even that move of coming to Manhattan and knowing that I had those relationships within reaching distance made this really comfortable for me. So I'm a huge fan of what's possible through this retreat.
Yeah, that's great. I also think, I lead a lot of retreats up at Shalom, and Men Loving Men has its own personality. And the way I would describe it is there's a freedom, there's a flow of almost like celebration that I think comes through, and joy. And I think it's just because there's a freedom to just be in our essential nature there together. I'll tell you a little bit of a story. Last year, the man who was scheduled to cook had to cancel because of medical reasons. So other people filled in from the staff, but we took on breakfast, right? The retreat itself decided, right, we'll handle breakfast, you guys handle the lunch and dinner meals. It was the best thing that happened, because during breakfast, we'd gather in the kitchen, we would sing, we would joke. It just became this feeling of fun and connection that kind of permeates the personality of this particular retreat. So there's a different quality, which I always enjoy about Men Loving Men as well.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking time today to talk about Men Loving Men.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And if anybody's interested in registering, the link will be located somewhere around this video, maybe below, maybe above, maybe to the right.
Great.
on the
And
website.
I'll just throw in too that if anyone is interested to know more and would like to find a time to have a conversation, a personal conversation with myself or John, we would very much invite that.
Please. Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Thank you for that invitation.
Thanks, Alexis. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.